court this year, and Smith's murder trial could easily exceed that. Smith, of course, is charged with rolling her car into a lake with her 2 young sons inside. That's a look at the news. Roger?
Okay, over the past 28 years, millions of Trekkers have not only made Star Trek the most successful cult phenomenon in television history, they've made it a way of life.
And with a 4th TV series and a 7th movie headed toward movie theaters at warp speed today called Star Trek Generations. In the latest installment of the Star Trek series, Captain Kirk joins forces with Captain Picard to boldly go where no other Star Trek movie has gone before.
Population?
230 million, sir.
Why would he destroy a star? I have to stop him, but I can't do this alone. I need help.
I know someone who can.
You say history considers me dead. Who am I to argue with history?
You're a Starfleet officer. You have a duty.
I don't need to be lectured by you. I was out saving the galaxy when your grandfather was in diapers.
What's all the Star Trek craze about? Well, to tell us more is an avid, devoted, dedicated Star Trek fan. Ira Gallen.
A pleasure to be here, sirs.
This is one of the great marketing bits of all time, the Star Trek stuff, isn't it?
It is unbelievable. I got to tell you, this has been one of the hottest sellers in the Star Trek line. Just took it off the line now. This is now a major collectible, $85 in the store. You probably see this going up for a couple $100.
When did this come out?
This was about a year and a half ago, but it's being
a year and a
discontinued.
half, and it's up to $200.
Yeah, it will be as soon as it's taken off the market. The same thing for the Ninja Turtle Star Trek figures. These came out 6 months ago. They're all sold out. If you can't find it at FAO Schwarz or Toys R Us, you're not going to find it anywhere.
Now, why don't they just, Steve, cut that out.
Sorry, Chief. Nobody moves. I shoot the head guy right now.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Your contract's coming up. You got to be nice to them.
Listen, why don't they just make more of them and make more money then? Or they make more money by driving the price up?
I wish with Star Trek they do less Star Treks. The new one that's coming out, I'd rather see it once a month as a special. Because there's a problem in this country. They don't know how to write science fiction.
Ira, this is just dawned on me. You're a grown man sitting here on live television with a teddy bear on your lap. Is this troubling you? Or do you think would your family be at all worried about this?
When I invite a woman to come back to play with my toys, I'm not kidding.
Hey, listen, if they show up...
Beam me out of here. Something's gone haywire.
And I have been a big fan of yours when you were on that other network. They had no right to dump you. You were terrific.
Did you get dumped?
He wasn't appreciated. He wasn't appreciated.
No, actually,
you were smart enough to have him on here.
I saw that.
This man's a gold mine.
I know. The reason we invited him here is that he is a very, very talented man.
And I'm sucking up to him like he's been sucking up to you.
We haven't seen it yet, but we know he's a talented man.
And Roger, this weekend, I don't know what you're up to, but I want you to take my... I just want you to have a nice time on the Doocy's.
And I have rare footage of his wife on a bed that's adorable. True or false?
This is true.
That's true.
My wife...
But don't tell him what it is.
Confess about this?
Well, it's going to cost you this. All right, the deal is my wife used to be Chatty Cathy in the Mattel commercials.
You're kidding.
No, and Ira is a huge collector of old commercials.
How'd you get into this this business of collecting things?
In college, I used to buy films and rent it to my school. And then all of a sudden, I turned around and learned a new word, public domain, and found out that I had the largest collection of public domain films in the country. I just bought the Clio Awards when the building burnt down, went in with the truck, took all the films out.
Wow.
And I buy warehouses of old films.
So you're wealthy.
Not as wealthy as you are.
Oh, it's dueling rich guys.
I didn't learn about public domain until this morning, and then I'm going to get into your business. So I'll be wealthy soon.
Earlier, we asked people to call us up and tell us the name of the Romulan ship.
You just gave the answer away.
Is the Romulan ship the answer?
Yeah.
Oh, we thought it was like Harold,
serious?
Mike, some name.
Unbelievable.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Let's talk Star Trek.
It's great.
Everybody's dying to know if this film is worth going to see.
There's no name for
Tell me about the movie. Is the movie any good or is it a hype?
Okay.
Whenever I see a lot of stars show up in the same movie.
I predicted on, I don't know if you're familiar with the show called
cameo
Break a Leg.
roles, it's usually a hype.
I predicted that Quiz Show would bomb, and it did. I predicted this will be one of the highest grossing Star Trek movies ever. It is a fun film to watch.
Now, is it going to make a lot of money because they finally kill off Captain Kirk at the end?
No, I don't want to discuss plot. nobody
Well, I don't mind.
who's in...
Why does Captain Kirk always look like he's smelling something bad? Did you notice that? He's got a look on his face.
And what does that look like?
Hey,
Like
look, he had the nicest toupee I've ever seen,
Yeah, he's got a great
and he's
tooth.
crying all the way to the bank.
No, I know
Star-
he's very rich. He's a fine actor, but I do notice that he's got.
And he talks
this,
highly
like,
of you.
It's like no, I think he's a fine actor, but he does have a look like Spock didn't bathe or something.
It's that T.J. Hooker thing.
Yeah.
Being out in L.A. has not been easy for
Not
him. No, not at all.
working with Heather Locklear.
But for Star Trek fans, I got to tell them, without discussing plot, there are angles and explosions in this film that are just going to excite people. As long as you don't concentrate on the story blows asteroids. It doesn't work at all.
Doesn't work.
They rush to get into it, but
Blows asteroids.
but if you're into Next Generation, these guys look good on the big screen. They just the shots and angles of explosions are just different, and there's a crash sequence that will knock people out, and I don't even want to tell you what explodes, but it's terrific.
All right, let's hope it's not William Shatner's area rug. Hey, Ira.
Yes.
Now, this movie's obviously going to spawn a whole bunch
Oh,
of
I'm sorry.
new stuff.
Yes, here it is, the Star Trek Communicator
Oh, I
Classic.
love that.
Is this beautiful? Check that out. And
What is it?
There you go.
that's a communicator.
Get Doocy's
No.
agent on the phone.
No, it's not like that. Did you ever see the movie? They went like this.
Oh, yeah.
But it has the effect for doing it, and the ray gun also. These are hitting the stores for the holidays.
This is by Motorola, isn't it?
Hey, if they did, they'd probably sell it.
And now, how much would something like this go
This
for?
is $9.95, and they're not going to be able to keep it in stock.
Surprisingly
Well, no,
affordable.
and I'll tell you why not. Because they've taken realistic-looking guns off the market now because of the fact that people are pulling out these guns and getting shot and so on. So I would suspect
You know, when I was a
that these
kid, I was
outer
able to
space
take my
do
guns
well.
and go play out in the street. But today, they would be calling the cops for backup. Today, I'm afraid if you have guns, you got to play in the house with them. You can't take them outside, or you're going to get killed.
Yeah, you have to stick up.
And
your
today,
metal.
someone walking around with that outside would also. But Playmates Toys they're the Rolls Royce of action figures and vehicles. They do make some of the greatest stuff. This is the new Star Trek Enterprise at the B.
Now,
Great sound effects on all
This
this
is
stuff.
the.
This is $30, and this is hitting the stand. This is going to be hitting the stores for the holidays. All the Playmate vehicles are great. This
What is the Star Trek? Well, do you have any idea what it's been worth since the day Roddenberry put it up on the screen originally? What has the merchandising and all the rights been worth? Millions and millions?
I have no idea.
It'd be
But you know who is bigger
several
than Star
hundred
Trek, though?
What?
One woman is bigger than Star Trek still.
Roseanne Barr.
No.
I mean bigger.
Barbie.
Barbie dolls.
sure.
Barbie dolls
That's
are
right.
bigger.
Judy Laterza, my assistant, who's over there holding Jeb Stewart, I think has every Barbie doll.
Didn't
which
Errol
I don't
Flynn
mind,
play
but she
Jeb
still has it in the office.
Errol Flynn played...
She keeps it up there.
hey, Judy, we're going to book you next week, okay? And Ira Gallen, thank you very much for stopping by.
That's it?
Talking Star Trek. That's it.
That's it. Well, let me
You're the
make
only
this a
person-
3-hour
show,
show.
Chief.
Seconds, Ira, you can do whatever you want.
Ma, I tried to get a haircut. I didn't have a chance. I'm sorry. Next time.
Okay.
All right.
Pleasure.
Ira, it's always a pleasure to see you.
Great.
And he always talks highly of you, by the way.
He does.
Yes. all
Even
the
when
time.
I'm not here.
All the time.
Okay, good.
All right, that's going to wrap up this episode of Star Trek Talk. And coming up next...
Oh, have I got something to say? No, there's no teleprompter up there. Why are you looking at me?
Because I don't know what to say either, other than we'll have more coming up in just a minute. Beam me out of here.
As you can see, we've been trying to package up a lot of films. And I spent my whole life going into people's collections after they're dead. Now I'm going through my collection while I'm still alive. And this is how I find a lot of stuff. Messed up, not labeled. And when it comes to messed up and not labeled, I'm afraid we've got a lot. So it's literally starting from scratch. Figure out films. I should be wearing white gloves like you see on television. There's so much dust here as it is. Who would know?